Freya lay awake in her dimly lit bedroom, shadows from the curtains casting gentle patterns on the ceiling. The quiet hum of the refrigerator down the hall was the only sound accompanying the relentless ticking of the clock on her nightstand. Sleep had become an elusive companion these past months, replaced by a mind that refused to rest. Her thoughts swirled like autumn leaves caught in a gust, circling back to the same unanswerable questions. What if she had chosen differently? What paths lay untrodden because of the choices she'd made? She sighed, the weight of unspoken regrets pressing against her chest. Closing her eyes, she tried to summon a memory from a simpler time, a sanctuary untouched by the complexities of life. She pictured the quiet field beside the beach she had visited in her youth. The sky, an endless expanse of blue, met the vast ocean that stretched beyond the horizon. In that place, possibilities were as boundless as the sea. As she drifted deeper into the memory, the boundaries between reality and reverie blurred. She felt the sun's warmth on her skin, the soft grains of sand yielding beneath her bare feet. The salty scent of the ocean mingled with the earthy aroma of wild grasses swaying gently in the breeze. The distant cry of seagulls and the rhythmic lullaby of the waves created a symphony that soothed her restless soul. Walking further into this remembered landscape, she noticed something she hadn't before. A majestic oak tree standing alone near the shoreline. Its branches stretched wide, leaves rustling like whispered secrets. Embedded in its ancient trunk was a door, weathered yet sturdy, slightly ajar with a soft, inviting glow emanating from within. Her heart fluttered with a mix of curiosity and apprehension. "What is this doing here?" she murmured, reaching out to touch the door's smooth surface. The wood was warm under her fingertips, pulsating with a life that beckoned her forward. An inscription carved above the door caught her eye. "Here lies the echoes of lives unlived." Compelled by an inexplicable force, Freya pushed the door open and stepped inside. She found herself in a vast, ethereal hall that seemed to stretch into infinity. The air was thick with a sense of wonder, illuminated by orbs of light that floated like will-o'-the-wisps. Around her, sounds drifted in and out. Whispers of conversations, strains of distant music, echoes of laughter and tears. Each sound was accompanied by translucent images that shimmered before fading away. A haunting melody drew her deeper into the hall. She followed it to a grand piano, bathed in a silvery glow, its keys moving as if played by invisible hands. The notes cascaded like a waterfall, each one resonating within her. She felt a pang of recognition. "I remember this piece," she thought, recalling hours spent practicing in her youth, fingers dancing over the ivory keys, dreams of performing on grand stages filling her head. As she moved on, she came upon a corridor lined with doors, each bearing a plaque with a different title. Doctor, author, explorer, mother. Her hand hovered over the door labeled Doctor. Pushing it open, she was enveloped in scenes of herself wearing a white coat, comforting patients and making groundbreaking discoveries. The satisfaction of healing others washed over her, a fulfilling warmth she had never known. A soft giggle caught her attention. Turning, she saw a little girl with eyes mirroring her own, reaching out with tiny hands. Emotions swelled within Freya. A mixture of complex feelings, hitting her heart all at once. Wonder, love, protectiveness, and sorrow. As though she was mourning the loss of a connection she had only just felt. "Is this the daughter I never had?" she wondered. Tears welled in her eyes as she smiled at the little girl. studying her every feature one last time before the girl turned and skipped away. Door after door, life after life, she explored the myriad possibilities of paths not taken. She saw herself trekking through dense jungles, penning novels that moved hearts, painting canvases that captured the essence of beauty, and standing before classrooms, inspiring young minds. Each life was vivid, rich with experiences that felt both foreign and intimately familiar. Overwhelmed, she sank to her knees. These are all me, she realized, her voice barely above a whisper. Different choices, different paths, but all pieces of who I could have been. A gentle voice echoed around her. Every choice leads to a different story, but each story holds the essence of you. She looked up to see a figure bathed in light, features indistinct yet comforting. "Why show me this?" Freya asked, her heart aching with a longing she couldn't quite name. "To understand that who you are is not limited to the life you've lived," the voice replied softly. "Your spirit threads through all possibilities, each one a reflection of your true self." A profound peace began to settle over Freya. The weight of regret that had burdened her for so long started to lift. She stood, taking a deep breath. "I see now," she said softly. "These lives are not lost to me. They are a part of me." The figure nodded. "And you carry the wisdom of all these paths within you." As Freya contemplated these words, a door at the end of the corridor caught her eye. It was unmarked, but felt unmistakably hers. Pushing it open, she stepped through and found herself back in the field by the beach. The first light of dawn painted the sky in hues of lavender and rose, the stars fading gently as the sun began its ascent. She walked towards the water's edge, the cool waves lapping at her feet. The horizon beckoned, limitless and full of promise. "My life is what I've made of it," she thought. "And it's filled with its own music, its own stories, its own love." A sense of gratitude blossomed within her. Gratitude for the choices she'd made, for the experiences that had shaped her, and even for the paths left unexplored, knowing they were still a part of her. She closed her eyes and breathed in the sea air one last time, knowing that when she opened them again, she would be back in her bed. The room felt different now, not just a place of sleepless nights, but a sanctuary of peace. The distant sounds of the city were no longer intrusive, but blended into a soothing lullaby. She smiled genuinely for the first time in months. The echoes of the unlived lives no longer haunted her. Instead, they resonated harmoniously with the life she had crafted. Her heart was light, her mind at ease. "Thank you," she whispered into the quiet room, uncertain whether she was speaking to herself, the mysterious figure, or perhaps the universe itself. Sleep enveloped her gently, and she surrendered to it willingly. In dreams, she revisited the hall, not with longing, but with appreciation, embracing all facets of herself. When morning light filtered through the curtains, Freya awoke refreshed. The restlessness that once plagued her had been replaced with a serene acceptance. She stretched leisurely, feeling the vitality of a new day. Stepping outside, she took a moment to appreciate the world around her. The vibrant colors, the crisp air, the simple joy of being alive. She felt connected, not just to her own life, but to all the possibilities that existed within her. With a renewed sense of purpose, she decided to visit the beach from her memories, not just in her mind, but in reality. As she prepared to leave, she glanced back at her home, a place filled with memories of a life well lived. "I'm exactly where I need to be," she affirmed. And with that, Freya stepped forward into the day, embracing the endless possibilities of the present moment, her heart full and her spirit free. As you reflect on Freya's journey, perhaps you felt the echoes of your own unlived lives, moments where different choices might have led you down other paths. It's natural to wonder about the what-ifs and the roads not taken. But remember, just like Freya, every decision you've made has shaped the unique and wonderful person you are today. You carry within you the essence of all your possibilities. Allow yourself to embrace the life you've crafted, to find peace in your choices, and gratitude for the experiences that have brought you to this very moment. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath, the soothing rhythm guiding you towards rest. Let any lingering thoughts drift away, like leaves carried on a soft breeze. You are exactly where you need to be, safe, secure, and at peace. Sleep well, and may your dreams be filled with contentment and joy. Good night.